Let's keep this one, excuse me, really basic. I may have done this before, but I'm going to do it even shorter. We're not going to do a D because our D will be over here. There's our D. We're not going to do an E, okay, because our E is over here. And I'm not going to do an F because F is over here. So I have these two, I have these two, and I have these three creating 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to give you our basics. Our reality is 1 and 2 equals to our 3. 1 and 7 equals to our 8. 7 and 2 equals to our 9. This is a absolute actuality. It is what is in between A and C that will create the B world and ignite the E world. As I said, if A equals to O because A is in between, A is what creates the two sides. But let's not get to that. So we have 1 and 7, 7 and 2, 7 and 3 will recreate what the 1 is. Since 7 and 3 will recreate what the 1 is because that is 10. And the 37th number in roulette would be starting over again. It also equates to Nibiru and the red sun alternate gateway, the spirit passage. I don't even know what to use with 10, the jack hookup, federation. So anyways, this, you see a ho, and the next one would be a again. It would be a hova, right? Like Jehovah. If the 10th letter was a J, it would be Jehovah, okay? If A would equal to O, um, as well as J, and A is the center. Right over here is A in the E position, which creates 1 and 5, which creates the O. So we're in the O world. O as in letter equals also to the sound of this word, which means water in French. So we now have the water world. Okay? We're always saying, oh, Canada, and oh my God. And so everything is related to the O, which is related to the A and E. And A and E, or number 51, is actually Mars. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to 6. When you create the 7 with 2 and 3, because the gateway to creation, right? 2 and 3 is the BC world. 2 times 3 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 6. Same thing that is created inside the numeric value for Mars. Today, tomorrow, both using T and O, 35 or 15, right? 35 and 15, 20 and 15 equals 0, 5, right? 5 times 5, 5 plus 5, 35 and 15. Electric Company and Mars, 8 and 6, 5 plus 3, or 5 minus 3 is 2, minus 1 is 4, 2 and 4. Now, I can tell you another story about 2 and 4. And inside 2 and 4, here's where we get 2 and 4 and 2 and 4, if you want to look at it this way. But 2 and 4 is the letters B and D. What goes in between that? It is the A, so becomes bad. 2 and 3 can also be C3, B2, or T2. So now you can get bad cat out of the word because of how A is inside C. And B is connected to create C, and where B is a reflection of the T letter. This is number 2, but T is the 20th letter. 2 plus 0 equals to the same 2. So you get bad cat out of the reflection of A, B, C. Communication. I want to add on something else to this where we had love and God or dog, but 24 is cat. 28 is the cycle. So 28 and 54 is 82. Back to the cycle, it reflects itself. Minus this, okay, will create 26, and now we're back to the dog. You add it, it's 80 in creation. This is your creation of communication of 9 lives of the cat, okay? Here is your cat connected to love, which is also 54 is also the numeric value for the sun. 45 is the V, right? Like the V, the trench hole, the fox, they call foxtrot foxhole in the army, right? the trenches that they dug, but 78 is your GH, your gateway to heaven. You minus this, it becomes 30, and that is your creation to the gateway. You minus this, it becomes 30. You add it, it becomes 78. The total again is 108. All zeros equal to 6, 168. Here's your 54 and 28, and there's your 54 again. You reverse these two, becomes 110. You reverse these two, it becomes 88. 110, 110, the volts are 115 volts. 88 is the sky system. You reverse these two, okay? 87, okay, you reverse these two, put the 8 there and the 7 there. 8 and 7, 15. 8 and 7, 15. It creates O and O, or 66, like Highway 66. The 66 can mean one of two things. If you're using gematria, it'll be on each side of 7. Or you can use 6 as the F, the H in gematria, the U in gematria, or the S in gematria if you want. If you reverse this, okay, you would get 0 here and 8 here, you'd get 88. So this one would still reflect this one over here. 62, 26 will create 88 as well as this one. 26 and 28 will create that 54, love in the sun and communication through the skies. That's what it says. Also, 28 will reduce to 26. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 10, and 16, 26. So they go into each other. So they prove their point in numbers. There are other things that do the same thing. I'm not really sure where it is. I did want to mention a few things, but I mean, at 6 minutes, I'm not sure how many people make it to 6 minutes. Here is a single square. Not sure if I have it in this one. I was doing it over here, and I've done it many times. The single square, and then 8 keeps going around it. As 8 keeps going around it, the square keeps getting bigger to 8 around the 1, to where 16 goes around the 8, the 24 goes around the 16. So you have 24, then you have 48, and 149, 59, 69, 79. When you get the 32, you get the Venus. And that's where you get the split. 80, 420s. Right here is 80 plus 32, 56, 66, 72, 80. And then the one in the center that it's all going around is 81 Venus. 32 is also the numeric value for the freezing point, right, where everything changes. Then you get to 40, and that's 8 above. And then you get to 48, and that's 16 above, and you now have the church. 48 is where you reach your Pluto. When you add them all up, it becomes 168 hours in a week, surrounding the one movement of time, 169. This is where your Monopoly game comes in. If we were going to format this to this board over here, okay, it was going to become 4, 12, 20, 28 cycle in the moon. So you see how we had 24, now we have the cycle. The 24 goes in between. We have 36, 44, 52. That's where our Earth comes in. Then we have 60, 68, 76, 84. That's where Pluto comes in. 92, your birth comes in. Yellow birth, the bees. Then you have 100, 108. Now what I want to mention about that is that when you have 32 between 24 and 40, when you have 32, okay, between 24, when Venus comes in, it's in between the cycle and the next, and the first part of the next cycle, 36, right? You don't have 56 over here, but you do have 56 over here. 48 in the next level is 56. Then 64. Then 72. This is a perfect cycle. That 72 will create the red sun passage. Then your 80, which is the same as over here. Here's your 80 and 1. Here's your 80 plus 40, 120. And that is your gateway. Adding 1 through 15 equals to 120. And that's again where Mars comes in. There are so many little pieces that talk only in numbers, and it is so easy to understand once you put the word added to the number. I am using such a basic reality things change totally because the moon, okay, at number 57, MOON, 27 value each equals 108. So if you have moon 57, the total is 58, the leftover is 51. Moon and Mars reverse each other. If you have the sun, okay, the sun, not only that, excuse me, let me add on. Now, when you have the church, the A that divides the worlds, because the O above the upper and the lower in the two sides, 3 times 19 is 57. 3 times 17 is 51, and you have the complete reverse. Therefore, 17 and 19, 3602, or 36 is now the reverse of now 57 moon, 51 Mars. In between is 3 times 18, which is the sun that is in between those two. How does everything into the sun and out, into the sun and out, into the sun? Even when Earth is right, the sun is on the other side of Mars. Who says the Earth is where it is, other than what is seen by some other trajectory that is created by the reality and understanding that the science has put out the numbers? Although the numbers are actual, who knows the truth about the relationships other than what we are taught? What the numbers say. What the numbers say, are the numbers always right? Well, are the numbers ever wrong? What is the actuality of the understanding of the function of, I don't even want to say. So anyways, Earth is not the same. Earth is number 52, which is 4 times 13, altered current, AC, DC. We cannot power up some instruments using this power of the sun into a solar panel. We must revert from the DC power into another energy. We have to understand, and I know it's science, and I know the people who work with power, with the understanding of what power and electricity is, and the different kind of electrical terms, how to create electricity, how to create electricity from a moving object, how to create electricity from heat, and all these things to do with the power. Okay, how Wi-Fi work and the electrons work. All these things will give us a better reality to the totality of the understanding of the truth of the functionality of this planet Earth. Raphael 7286, and what the hell do I know? Thank you for watching this.